Hello, welcome to Session 10, Episode 10 of Oxygen Not Included. Let's get it started. I'm going to run at a slower speed today because I want to work on this kitchen area, and that's going to take a lot of very slow and careful work. So I want to put like a refrigeration deep freeze over here. I'm going to have to move this evolution chamber over to here. But I need to, maybe I'll even have room for another bedroom here yet. Let's check. Start getting rid of this stuff here, making room. Okay. I'm going to move this evolution chamber over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I'll go something like that. Let's get rid of all those hatcheries. I'll have to recreate those. Let's stop putting things this way. That's going to cause a traffic jam. I will need to have a second cooling loop set up. So let's start gathering some polluted water for a cooling loop. I had this big supply over here of polluted water. This will be where I store my other cooling loop. I want a solid floor underneath the kitchen because that's going to generate so much heat. If I run a cool pipe through here, I can use that to cool things off. Let's check our plumbing. Okay, looks like we're getting low on water there. So for now, let's see. I'm gonna let's see. Looks like this is a little screw up. But plumbing, let's see. I'm gonna want to run down here. Not sure where I'm going after that. Okay, I want to recreate this setup over here. I'm having trouble getting this to work. Oh, to rotate. Oh, there we go. So I want to kind of push that stuff down there. Get our other conveyor chute in place. Dump stuff out there. I'm going to need hydrogen and petroleum for my little cooling setup, which you'll see it develop over the course of this session. So let's run hydrogen out here, come down. Okay. Hydrogen gas. Come on down. In order to get hydrogen, I'm going to have to shut these things off temporarily, so let's disable these. Petroleum. I could just mop up. I don't need much petroleum, just the tiniest little bit. So maybe I can just break a petroleum line for a little bit. Or maybe I can just run it over and get a few drips out. Let's see about doing that. If I bring some petroleum over here, bring it down. Okay, how much is this water going to cause me trouble? Can I sweep this up? Or is it too thick? Too much liquid. Okay, let's cancel this. I'm going to try to push the water over. Let's see if I can push some of that polluted water over. Something like this. If they build that, it'll push the water over. So one of the key concepts of this kitchen is I want to be able to have a little deep freeze. There's going to be a little one square here where it's going to be a deep freeze. And I want to be able to draw food out of there, or food ingredients, and put them into these machines. Let's get an auto sweeper. You know, while I'm at it, let's see what we're doing here. Let's stop the wolframite. Let's stop the steel. And let's make about 10 more gold. No refined carbon. This is all screwed up in here. I've got to do something about this whole setup at some point. Okay, so if this is gonna, this here will be my, this square there is where I'm gonna make it my deep freeze. So let's see, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth spot over. Something like that. Alright. I don't know if I got this wiped up enough. You know, maybe I don't need that. Alright, let's get this stuff done here, guys. How are we doing? Okay, we've got hydrogen. You know, I think I can turn these back on then. Since I've got a little enough hydrogen for my project. Oh, let's deconstruct those, dig this out. I do want another bedroom in here. I had all those eggs I want to put back into this little area. Oops. Cancel that. Don't want a ventilation tile, I just want a regular old granite tile in there. What's making this little... Is there some oxalate or something in there? Oh, sure enough, there is a little bit of oxalate in there. Let's sweep all this stuff up. Alright, that stuff is getting dropped off, like we would hope it would. One more spot. Looks like I can't reach these tiles, so I better make a little ladder. So I've got a... What's going on in here? Okay, yeah, dig that out, that's fine. So I want to have a really cooled off, heavily insulated area in here. With a little drip of water in there, just to make sure it's becomes like a nice vacuum. Eventually I'm going to need to drop things off in there with a conveyor chute, so I'm going to put a little conveyor chute there. Let's get our eggs in here, critter eggs. This is where we're putting hatchling eggs, stone, and sage. All those eggs can go into here. Let's go ahead and make that sweep only. Meanwhile, keep cleaning up excess stuff that doesn't belong. Okay, we got our water. Liquid. Water. Enable auto bottle. Let's get that done right away. Just get a little drip of water in there. You know, maybe I could even do salt water. It will get cold enough to freeze, won't it? Insufficient oxygen generation. Why is that? I don't know why it's saying insufficient. Is it flowing? Maybe just because this backup here? Yeah, maybe I have a little bit of a backup. Oh, that's the water. Let's stop pouring water in there. And I think there's some excess water. Now let's pour it back into here. Liquid, sweep only. Let's go ahead. Oh, polluted water can go back in here and water. Let's sweep this stuff up. I don't know if I can do anything with the salt water. I don't have a spot for it. But, yeah, we got to get that coal out of there. This is still a great haul, but I think it doesn't need to be so big. Let's go with like size 24. 24 seats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And the party line. Let's get some doors here. And I'll have the refrigerator will be moved over to here. Let's deconstruct that. We've got this coal to get rid of. Why aren't we sweeping that up? Let's take all that coal out of there. 8 tons of coal. Whoops, 14 tons of coal. That was a lot. While we're talking about coal, let's go ahead and put the kiln up here. I think I'm going to need a little bit of refined carbon. Let's sweep that up. Oh, tons of coal. Okay, let's get this swept up. Although I could just leave it and start dumping it some other way. I could pull it out. This theoretically, see how it reaches inside? I can reach inside and pull stuff out of there. Okay, let's deconstruct these buildings. I think that's ready to be deconstructed. We still have these eggs to put away. Let's get some beds in. Coal's getting down. We're almost done. This is getting filled up. It looks like it finished filling up. Pour a little bit more in there. And eventually I'm going to need to put pure water in here. I'll take this polluted cold water. It's going to run up, and I want to run it through a sieve to purify it. So I might as well make room for that. How about right around this level? This is a lower priority job, but something they can do eventually. Right now, we want to get this kitchen and refrigerator setup done. Okay, that's cleared out. So what I'm going to do now, let's get a tungsten tile here. So I'm going to have an area of absolute coldness. Oops, before I do that, let's see. Let's get rid of those. Alright, so there's going to be this really cold area that I'm going to cool with a thermoregulator. Is going to circulate cold air around here, cold hydrogen. Alright, let's kill that. Let's sweep these things up. I need a place to dump salt water. Maybe I'll dump the salt water up here for now just to get out of the way. Alright, so the cold air is going to circulate around. It's going to come down and over and up and in. And then it needs a bypass always. So I got to push a little bit further, get a bypass in here. So that's going to be running cold air. And I also want to have some radiant pipes so that I really pass. It can't be all insulated, otherwise it'll just do nothing. Let's get this stuff done here. This is kind of on the urgent side. Still insufficient oxygen. What is the cold up? Alright, am I out of... Okay, I am out of water. That is... Okay, this has become higher priority all of a sudden. I could divert some of this water. Alright, so let's think about this. I'm going to have water sieve to come in. Let's power it. The heavy wet wire. Polluted water is going to come up. Oops. And fresh water is going to come out. Fresh water, come on out. This could be quite cold fresh water, actually. And let's run it into here. And since it's so cool, I don't know if it's always going to be cold. You know, I'll just go like that. I don't know if I can still reach inside there. Let's go something like that. Okay, how are we doing here? So, I've got the... I didn't want that to be insulated. I wanted this to be radiant. Made with steel. Right there. Those three should be radiant. Okay, get that done. And I'm going to need a shut-off. So let's get a little automation. Thermosensor. If it gets too cold, I want to shut this off. Why are we not sweeping up? Oh, that's salt water that can't be swept up. Sweep only, salt water. Alright, ventilation, how are we doing? Looking good. Let's sweep out that ceramic I think I accidentally have in there. Why aren't you taking this egg? Get that egg out of there. Let's get this bedroom polished up a little bit. There's no air coming down. Let's... You know, I can vent a little air into the bathroom as well, or to the kitchen area. Yeah, how about that? Doesn't help if there's no water circulating yet. I don't know what the highest priority is. I want all this stuff to get done. Okay. So, ceramic. Sweep that out of there. So I made this little pocket of water for the sole purpose of sealing it up and having a vacuum in there. I'm eventually going to replace... I'm going to first freeze the water out, then pull the ice out. That'll make it a vacuum. And then I'm going to dump a little bit of bleach stone in there to make it solid chlorine gas environment, which will be really good for, you know, killing off any germs that might be on the food. Let's get all this stuff done here. Alright, let's talk about the plumbing here. I need a cooling loop. This is going to generate a lot of heat. I want to keep it cool. And I want it to be sitting... Do I want to do this? Yeah, let's go like that. Okay, so this pipe, we're going to come down. Let's make a little radiant pipe out of tungsten here to keep this thing nice and cool. And we'll come down. Let's go with a little radiant pipe underneath here. I might be going backwards, actually. Yeah, this is actually the input, so the water is actually going from left to right. Alright, let's make sure we understand what's going on. It's going to come out, come down, and go into here. Circulate around. You know what? And let's go off this direction to keep all this stuff cool. How about that? And then we'll come back. For now, let's come back over here. Like that. Okay. That's our cooling loop. That'll cool off this thermal regulator and the kitchen. Alright, why are we not sweeping this stuff up? Maybe they tried to sweep it and dropped it all there? I don't know what they're doing. In any case, let's keep the insulated tiles growing. So this is going to be a super cold, this is all going to be deep freeze. This will be below, I think deep freeze is at negative 20 Celsius to preserve food pretty much for eternity. So this is going to be my freezing area. Keep it cold, and this is going to measure to make sure it's cold enough. Then it's going to circulate around in there. Let's get this powered up. This circuit has got only 121, so I've got plenty of space to use that. Yep, get rid of those eggs. Perfect. Alright, sorry for going so slow today, but again, this is very, lot of moving parts for this session. A lot of room for things to go wrong. Alright. So here I want to get a little drip of petroleum in there and some petroleum in there as well. But I don't want to overdo it. Let's get that stuff swept up. Okay. Looking good. Is this petroleum going to come through here? Petroleum should come down. Oh, what about my ventilation? Did I screw this up already? Okay, hydrogen. Okay, there we go. Let's get the hydrogen going as well. Okay, I just want a drip of petroleum in here just to help, just so that this thermal sensor has something to register. I don't want it to be working in a vacuum. And it'll also help transmit coolness between the radiant gas pipe and this whole little cold zone. Okay, let's disable that and deconstruct it. Just get a little drop of petroleum is all I wanted. And then a little more petroleum in here just to keep that, give that thing something to do. How many kilograms here? You know, up to like 80, 90 kilograms would be fine. Petroleum 60, we're getting close. Maybe I will disable that. Okay, let's sweep this out. Okay, you should run anytime you're above negative 26 degrees. How about that? There we go. Start running. Okay, so this is going to generate a lot of heat, but it'll make this area nice and cool. Let's seal that off. And seal this off. Oh, I do have hydrogen. Okay, so let's, gas bridge. Let's deconstruct that gas bridge. Let's cancel building that tile for now. Oh, oh, don't get trapped. Harold, get out of there. Oh, he got out just in the nick of time. Do I have any junk stuck in there? It looks like it's pretty much of a pure build. Okay. All right, petroleum. Let's get this liquid vent, deconstruct that. And then the petroleum will want to have it work its way back. Why is that running? It must be running because there's no automation wires telling it not to. Okay, let's run that automation wire. While we're at it, let's get some automation wire over here. All right. Plumbing, let's shut this thing off just for the short term. Stop feeding it. Probably still has a ton of stuff already in there. Okay. So hopefully this is starting to get cool. Let's check what's going on. It's getting cool. Hydrogen 13 degrees. And then it gets in here and heats up quickly to 25. So it's going to keep circulating and get cooler and cooler. So here is where we're going to keep all of our food supplies. And let's see, I've got to be able to put food supplies in there. And then I've got to be able to take stuff out. The finished food, it's going to take out ingredients and then put the finished food back up in there. And then I want to be able to take finished food out and throw it into the refrigerator. So I'll want another little auto sweeper that can see inside. Something like that. I think that'll work. That'll let me see inside there, pull stuff out, and throw it in the refrigerator. Got idle dupes. Operating and digging with decreased strength. Let's have Abe. Let's get up to 20 dupes. What's going on here? Can't quite see inside there. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4. I still have enough. I wanted to keep enough natural tiles there that eventually I could make a nature reserve in here. So that's still coming along. How are we doing with this project? Okay, so that oil is done. Let's make a new liquid pump over here. Get that powered up. And then now I've got this little blob of oil here. Keep working my way down. And then maybe come in at a diagonal. And I'll want to, that'll leave a puddle here as it diagonals its way down. That should form a vacuum seal. And then I'll want to start hollowing that area out. Talking of hollowing an area out, how is this going? All right, this. Let's make this nice and square. Carbon dioxide, let's get rid of that. I'm going to build over the top of it to get rid of it. This is a vacuum. So theoretically going forward, anything that comes out of here should be natural gas, so I might not need this gas filter anymore. Also, anything coming out of here... Did I ever set this? Oh, it must have worked its way through. From now on, anything coming out of here can go right into this sort of storage for natural gas. Straight across. And I do not need to worry about this stuff anymore. Oops. Yeah, this is just random garbage, polluted oxygen, chlorine. I'll clean it up someday. I don't know when, but someday we'll clean that up. And this gas pump, we can put a automation on it to only work when it's got a certain volume of gas. Did I make that out of steel? Yes, because this is going to come out hot at 150. And I think if I made it out of gold, it would cap out at 125. So I have to be able to withstand that heat. All right, kind of like the idea. Let's get this nice and squared off. Okay, let's check on how our things are doing. We've got water circulating through here. Where's water? So water's coming through here. Polluted water's coming up. Alright, so that's a lot of polluted water coming up, and it should be coming from this area over here. Did I ever clean this stuff up? We're gonna start draining it out of there. It's kind of a mess. So this is all the cold, polluted water. Let's work on doing something with that. First, let's drain this stuff out. You can go up. You'll go up and over like that. There we go. I'm just working on clearing these things out slowly. This should be pulling water up to feed these few plants. Okay, I like that. Yeah, this is trying to clean stuff off the ground level. You know, just let's make it nice and flat. Not that it has to be, just for convenience. Okay, how are we doing for the refrigeration area? Temperatures. Nice and cold. Negative. What's the water is at? 2 degrees. Oh, 68 kilograms. That is still a lot. It's going to take a while to cool off that 68 kilograms. But eventually that'll turn into a little chunk of ice, which I'm going to want to bring out and throw in a little storage bin. And food's going to have to come out and go into here. Alright, oh, we've got someone took that bed. We've got 3 beds here I could assign. Harold, Nisbet, Ashcan. Harold, Nisbet, Ashcan. Okay. Am I going to run out of glass pretty soon, maybe, or diamond? Ventilation. Let's go to the outside here. Let's get rid of that one. So let's get some beds in. Alright, how are we doing? Oh, it's turned into ice. That is excellent. Shipping. Alright. Conveyor loader made of gold to make it nice and fancy. Let's go ahead and do something like that. Yep, let's make this... Wonder, can I fit through here? I can't build in there. Maybe if with a ladder I can, though. I'm not sure that I like this. If I'm going to be doing shipping around here for the kitchen, I don't know if I should have this random stuff coming off the ground from the fish tank area. Alright, let's get this stuff done. Alright, so let's get the ice out of here. Go fireball. Ice, it should automatically sweep it and dump it into there. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to dump it out of here. And someone can pick up this ice. Sweep it up. I thought I had a place to throw ice. Wasn't I throwing ice in here? Yeah, ice should get swept up and thrown into there. In the meantime, this area, let's start consolidating this mess. If I can push this all over to one area. You know, I thought this would, when I started this run, I thought this would be this grand water tank, and it turns out I'm just using it up and not really doing much of anything. Let's not pump, let's only pump if there's a high concentration of carbon dioxide there. So let's add an atmo sensor and an AND gate. Something like, oh, I wish I could reverse it. Well, it's going to be a little clunky. Okay, so one wire is going to come here, one wire is going to come here, and this wire is going to go here, and we'll clip this wire. Alright, so then I will say only pump if it's higher than a certain amount of carbon dioxide. How are we doing? So this is nice and cool. I want to stick into here any cooking ingredient, any raw stuff like bristleberry. You know, I think for right now, let's put anything in there. Let's allow manual use. But also I need a little tiny bit of bleach stone. Let's find some bleach stone. Bleach stone, where do we have some? There is a little bit of bleach stone. Let's sweep that up with a high priority. Bring that up to here. And is this sweep only? No, it's not sweep only, but can they not reach that? Conveyor rail. Somebody is working on it. Excellent. Okay. So we're going to fill all the cooking ingredients are going to get dumped into there. This should get nice and cold. And then I want another. This thing will be taking good food out and putting it in the refrigerator. This refrigerator is for edibles. Let's get only maybe 5 kilograms at a time. Barbecue, cooked seafood, fried mushrooms. I don't think there will be more gristleberries. If there are any, we'll do that. But I want to start making berry sludges out of any spare bristleberries. And I guess I could throw meal lice in there. And let's deconstruct that one. So this is going to be my main... Oh, how are we doing here? So let's power this thing as well. All right, get this built. Why is nobody building it? Is it unreachable? I wonder why is it, maybe it's out of reach. I'm a little concerned that it's out of reach. Why no one's finishing that. And why no one has delivered any... Oh, no one can deliver because it doesn't have anywhere to go yet. 14 idle dupes. That is kind of bonkers. Okay, who else do we have? Artist Bubbles. Operator Max. Let's put a bed there, bed there. Let's get rid of this stuff. Let's get some canvases in here made of gold. Oops. That was a misclick. Okay, how are we doing? Okay, so we've got, I see, we're throwing mushrooms in there. Stuff is getting in there. That is great. Maybe let's turn this down to 4. And maybe it should be sweep only? No. Shouldn't be sweep only. Maybe I don't need manual use. Once I get the basics, I shouldn't need... let's sweep up whatever's in here. I should not need any manual deliveries of stuff. No more bleachstone for sure. Do they have more deliveries to go? Oh, this is in a permanent loop. Let me think about this. This is pulling stuff out and putting it back in there. Okay, I cannot have that. That's not acceptable. So, let's cancel this. I don't want it to put food... I don't want it to pull food out of there and put it back in. Let me think about this. Okay, so let's deconstruct that. Or at least disable this. Okay. Because it's in this loop where it's pulling food out and putting it right back in an internal loop. So I'm going to take food out, put in those machines, and put finished food back, but I don't want it to pull finished food out of there. So maybe I can't have this here. Or at least not where this machine can see it. Maybe I can't do this. Maybe I needed 2 little freezer pockets. Or else I need the sweeper a sweeper that can't see into there that can put stuff in there. All right, let's think about this. Let's deconstruct this or copy it. I wonder if I can put something like this. Can this see that? And then I'm gonna be really obnoxious. Okay, so this sweeper is gonna pull food out, put it down there. This is gonna see food here and put it away. There we go. It's a very backwards way of doing things. And this sweeper is going to pull finished food out and throw it in the refrigerator. I think I have to allow manual use for a little bit. Sweep only. And then sweep up all this stuff. We got fried mushrooms that are going to go bad. It is sterile atmosphere, but still, let's get that swept up. Get that out of there. Nope, can't put those things away. Oh, so let's get what's going on here. Did they finish this? Yes, they did. Oh, and the slime is interfering with the slime messed up my oil. Should I let a little more oil drip down there? I could. I don't know if I can push some out that way. I don't know if I want to let that much oil. That's a ton of oil to come down. You know what? Let's go ahead and analyze that. Let's get a gas pump in here made of steel. Yeah, this is kind of a mess down there. Oh, what's this blue? Weird. That was very shiny. Doc Ren, you're idle. Truly idle? Let's check what's going on in outer space here. Okay, we're still working away at it. Travaldo? Fine. Area complete, so I've done all the space research I can. Okay, let's get rid of that. I don't need it anymore since we were done with space research. I could send somebody up into space. Can I sweep that up? It's too much liquid. Okay, but I could maybe use a pitcher pump to vacuum it out of there. To suck it up. Okay, that'll give them a little something to do. Not much, but a little something. Okay, copy these settings over to here. Conveyor rail goes across. Copy settings. Deconstruct that. Power this. Let's keep sweeping up stuff. Okay, we're done with those eggs. So, put some window tiles in here. Oh, I got a spare piece of gas pipe up there. Let's see if I can deconstruct that. So now I've unloaded all my... someday I'm going to take my time and just equalize those two. Alright, bleach stone. Let's see how the food is doing. The meal ice is in a deep freeze, a sterile atmosphere. So this stuff will no longer go bad anymore. Once it's all in there, I no longer have to worry about it going bad. Let's get all the cooking ingredients. And let's get all the edibles in there. Allow manual use. Let's sweep it up. And now this will deconstruct. So this one is going to pull ingredients out and put it in the machines. This one is going to take finished food and put it back into there. Here I want to come in, do some analysis. Maybe use a pump to pump it out. Did I make that out of steel? Yes. Alright, and let's use, boy, don't have a whole lot of rock. What has happened? I've got a lot of sedimentary rock. Okay. Take sedimentary rock and go up. And then this here, well, this room will always have priority, so this will be added in after the fact. Still more idle dupes. I just wanted to get rid of that spare pipe. These little, oops. We have delivery Ari. Okay, getting the bedrooms are coming along. How is this refrigeration thing there? So it should be cooking. Oh, there's no power for that. Okay, we've got 5 kilograms of food in there, so they have access to food. Let's seal this off. Bathroom. While I'm at it, let's go ahead with furniture and pretty up this bathroom a little bit. We got some landscape canvases with gold. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if they can reach it. Probably not. Let's see if I can temporarily deconstruct these. We got a great hall. Don't quite have a kitchen. I think for a kitchen, I need to have a refrigerator, no mess tables, a spice grinder. Food. That's got to be under food. Spice grinder. Let's make it out of gold while we're at it. There we go. Oh, but I have to put another door on this probably. Something like that. So food should be very good now. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and dig up this row. And we've got all this meal ice. Let's go ahead and cook the meal ice into pickled meal too. All right. And I'm going to sweep up the floor here. There's kind of a mess. Let's go ahead and sweep it. Oh, we've got this, the muckroot and things. Are those getting put in here? Let's make that a lower priority. Do I keep allowing? I think I can keep allowing manual use. If this is priority 5 and that's priority 4, they won't pull it out of the refrigerator to throw it up there. I think that works. Or I can make the refrigerator priority 6. Nope. Let's leave it 5. I'd rather have the machine do it rather than having dupes running around to try to do it. Alright, do I have a kitchen? A kitchen is done. I don't know how to use a spice grinder. Perhaps I will, I don't have salt. I do have some fungal spores. I don't have sucrose. I don't have much waterweed seeds, and I don't have much iron. Blossom seeds, I think I do have. I do have a bunch of both of those. I do not know about this yet. In the meantime, let's let them go. All right, copy settings, or copy construction. Let's get some of those in here. I've got a little pocket here. I'm debating whether to put... Can't reach that. I could be running into problems here. Let's check the plumbing. Yeah, I do not have a cooling loop. This could be really hot, for all I know. Oh, it doesn't actually look all that bad. But this cooling loop needs to be finished. Why is it not circulating through here? Because it probably has nowhere to go. But I need a... liquid pipe thermosensor. There we go. Oops, why can't I build on that? There's something else already there? Conductive wire. Why doesn't it want to let me build a sensor? That's very strange. It's acting as if there's something already there. Automation wire. I wonder why it wouldn't let me build there. Do I need to delete that wire? Automation wire. Conductive wire is fine. Liquid pipe is fine. Plumbing. Liquid pipe thermosensor. Now I can build it there. I wonder why it wasn't letting me do that before. Yeah, that was very, very strange. Okay, let's get a little refined carbon. Let's get 10 of those. How are we doing down here? No power wire. Oh boy. I don't know if I want to run heavy watt wire all the way down. Do I want to come through the side here? Alright, I'm going to run heavy watt wire for the short term, but I would eventually like to get out of that. I guess it's not that far of a reach. I'm already pretty darn close. Alright, we're coming up on an hour. Do I open this up and just suck out all the bad stuff? Oh, that's right. This is not being refined. I'm not like, not being refined, but not being tested to make sure that it's all clean natural gas. There's going to be a bunch of polluted gas in here. Where do I want to take care of that? Maybe somewhere along here? I gotta take care of this now or I'll forget about it. Okay, ventilation. Let's split it up. Okay, ventilation. Gas filter. Gas comes in. If it's natural gas, you're going to go up and over and back into here. And let's do that with an insulated pipe. Oh, I didn't need to make it out of ceramic. Okay, let's cancel. Okay. Ventilation. I can turn this back on. I don't need to be paused. Alright. Insulated gas pipe made out of igneous rock. Okay, so if it's natural gas, we're going to go there. Otherwise, we'll just dump it out. Let's power it with heavy watt wire. And just going to clear this out a little bit. Just to give us a little room. You know what? Before... Let me not... Oh, do I want to... I want to dig it out to get rid of the slime, because once the slime gone, then we'll be good. Let's go like this. Let's get some... Oh boy. Do I want to go ahead and expand it out? Something like this? I think so. There we go. Let's just hollow this all out. It's not the most efficient way of digging this out, but once I get all the slime and stuff out of here, then I'll sweep it, and then it'll no longer off gas. How is this working anyway? It's dormant? Ugh. Okay. How is this one? Next activity, 6 cycles. Okay, so that'll fire up again pretty soon. And this is only going to work if it's above 500. Let's see how this one ever... I did some gas stuff here. If this is only if it's above, say, 400, and it's carbon dioxide, then we're going to pump. A lot of carbon dioxide in here yet, but I'd rather have some regular gas pressurize it up a little bit. Oops, what's in here? Oh, let's just get some mallow seeds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We're moving along here. Researcher ash can. Looks like I've got a bunch of ash cans. Who else is? Devin, you're in a cot. Nails, you're in a bad bed. Okay. So I've got a lot of... Oh, I ran out of diamond. Maybe I should be up in here harvesting this stuff. Is this something I want to be doing? I don't think it causes any harm. I'm going to run out of oil soon, so I might have to start dumping stuff down here. While I'm at it, let me deconstruct this and put in a little joint plate. Oh, something happened here. I've got natural gas all over my base. Something went very, very wrong. Alright, natural gas. It must have not have been filtering and just dumping out. Yeah, it was just dumping out natural gas. Well, that's unfortunate. That's going to be a major mess to try to clean up. Four idle dupes. Oh boy. Alright, so I think we're almost done. Let me just get this cleaned up a little bit in here. Then put these bathrooms back together. What is going on here? Why is this power line up here? Okay, let's deconstruct that power line. Definitely don't need that anymore. Alright, so sorry this was a slow session, moving in slow speed. It's just, this was a lot of work. But I think it's a good deal now. I've got, food is being cold, it's being put there, it shouldn't be going bad anymore. Let's allow people to put, pickled meal can go in there. So food will not be going bad. Oh, food rotted. I had a whole bunch of rotten food here. Wonder if that's because they know where to put it. Let's sweep it up what I can. Are they allowed to manually put stuff? Yeah, they are allowed to manually throw stuff in there. So I should be picking up the little meal ice. Maybe it's just that it was a low priority that they weren't doing it. Oh, there I just saw some stuff turn into meat. I could have another sweeper say any meat, just throw into there as well. Oh yeah, they're picking up a lot of meat. That would save a little work. But at this point I have a surplus of duplicate labor. Oh, so here is a cooked seafood and barbecue, but it's not getting picked up. Is that because it's sweep only? Okay, so here we go. I've got to pick up all this pile of food here and put it away. Alright, it's time. I'm going to save the episode there. Thank you for watching. Sorry I never got off the slowest speed, but hopefully I'll see you next time. Let's pause it. Bye-bye.